Hi boys and girls. Today on 3.7, lesson 3.7, we're going to talk about playing a game actually. The game is called First to 100, and the main skill that you're going to use in First to 100 is division, of course, for this unit, multiplication, subtraction, and addition. So you're going to be doing all four operations, but the main skill is also to use a variable. Okay, so let's review what a variable is. A variable is usually represented by a letter, such as X, sometimes A, sometimes M. If you remember from other lessons, X, sometimes in a problem such as 2 plus X equals 5, you would solve for the missing variable. Sometimes the letter A is used as a variable if the question they're asking you says maybe how many apples does someone have. They might use A as the letter to represent the variable if you're finding A for apples, or same thing, M for money. Okay? But a variable is just using a letter to represent the unknown numerical value in a problem. This should be a review. So the tools you'll need to play this game will be 2 dice, 2 6-sided dice. You'll need a calculator to check your answers with your partner, and you'll need the set of First to 100 problem cards. Okay? It's one set of cards. They should already be punched out. Your teacher will give you one set of cards for a group. Now in this game, unlike some of the others that we've played, this game is for 2 to 4 people. So you could play with a partner, or you could play in a group of 3 or 4. Okay? So the object of this game is to collect 100 points. That's again why it's called First to 100. Okay? The first person to get 100 points wins. And the skill that you have to do is you have to basically read different equations and number sentences off these First to 100 problem cards. But the trick is that you have to use the knowledge of variables, like I just showed you. So the way to play is, when it is your turn, you would roll the dice, read the 2 numbers that you got allowed to your partners, 4 and 5, and then you're going to find the product of the numbers. And as you remember from multiplication, the product is when you multiply them. So what is the product of 4 times 5? 20, correct. So 20 is the product of my 2 numbers. Now I'm going to turn over the top card and then substitute the product that I just got for the variable. So for instance, in this card, it says the temperature was 25 degrees. It dropped X degrees. What was the new temperature? So which is my variable? X, that's right. X is the variable in this card. So I'm going to substitute X for 20, or 20 for X. Okay? See if you can try it. I'll pause the video. Pause the video and see if you can try it. Okay? Here we go. So if the temperature was 25 degrees, it dropped. Now the word dropped helps me know. I'm going to have to pay attention to math vocabulary. Drop means it went down. So I'm going to minus it, and it dropped X degrees. So I just found out the product of the 2 numbers I rolled, 4 times 5 is 20. So I'm going to now replace X with 20. 25 minus 20 equals 5. So X equals 5. Now you will have a whiteboard, you and your partner, or a piece of paper that you can solve. So when it's your turn, the steps again are to roll the dice, find the product of the 2 numbers shown, flip over a card, insert the product into where the variable is on your card, and solve. After you have solved, you give your answer to your partner. You have 3 chances to find the answer, and you may use a calculator. Okay? You may use a calculator and you may work it out. If your answer is correct, so my answer is correct. If it's correct, you win the number of points equal to the product that was substituted for the variable. So what I rolled and found was 20. So I got this problem correct, so my score now is 20 points. Your teacher will probably give you this page to keep score on. Okay? If not, you can keep it on your own. As long as you keep the card number, there'll be a number on the card that says which it is. For example, this card is number 17, as you can see. Okay? And then you write the number model. That means you write the actual question. So you would write 25 minus X and then 25 minus 20. And then here you write your score. If you got it correct, you write the score. So once again, the game is first to 100. You're going to play in not just partners, but groups of 2 or 3. You'll need dice to find the product. You'll need the first to 100 cards to flip them over and read your questions. Okay? You'll need a calculator, and you'll need a whiteboard so that you can work out the problems. If you get the problem correct, the correct variable that you substituted will be your score. You need to keep score, and as the game is called first to 100, as you continue each round and your score keeps going up and up, you add to it each time. So I started round 1 with 20. The next round, based on the roll of the dice, I may only get 7. We would add 7 to that and get 27. So you're working your score all the way up to 100.